Welcome back to Calvin Corp. Here we are with a new deck tech, Muldrotha the Gravetide. This is the etched foil version from Commander Legends. Mainly the name of the game: fill up your graveyard, cast permanent spells from your graveyard. So budget wise, this is not the cheapest version, but it's powerful and I like powerful decks. So here we have Golgari Grave Troll. Enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it for each creature card in your graveyard, and you can regenerate it, and it has Dredge. Also, if you're milling yourself out, Laboratory Maniac, make sure you don't lose instantly. Little Ramp with Steve, Sakura Tribe Elder. Sack it, search your library for basic land, put it onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle your library. Here we have Cabal Therapist. I believe it's more of a modern card, but I like to look at other people's hands, see what they have. And for me, sacrificing a low cost creature is a low cost. Sometimes I sacrifice itself, and then I choose a non-land name, and by the next turn I know what they have in hand, pick up the best stuff. Now we have an Elvis Visionary. When it enters the battlefield, draw a card. Here we have a nice little Stinkweed Imp. When it deals combat damage to a creature, destroy that creature. It's like Death Touch. Also a Lotus Cobra, because why not? Apprentice Necromancer, just to get some stuff out of the graveyard, like Reclamation Sage. When it enters the battlefield, destroy target artifact or enchantment. Here we have Coiling Oracle. When it enters the battlefield, reveal the top card of your library. If it's a land card, put it onto the battlefield. Notice, not tapped. Otherwise, put that card into your hand, so you will gain. And because of the reanimation we have, I play Villis, Broker of Blood. You never want to cast it for 8. Cheat it into play. Start paying life, draw cards. Win with Labman, it's an option. Phyrexian Rager. When it enters the battlefield, you draw a card and lose 1 life. You may, I should say. Now we have Springbloom Druid. Sack a land, search your library for 2 basic lands, put them onto the battlefield tapped. Here we have a nice little spider. If people don't take care of it, you're gonna fill up your graveyard and they will lose eventually. Viscera Seer, great. Free sack outlet if need be. Murderous Rider. For the instant sight, we destroy target creature or planeswalker. We lose 2 life, but we really do not care, because he has lifelink when we play it as a creature. Then we have Findhorn Elves, a Blood Artist. Whenever Blood Artist or another creature dies, target player loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. So a little life gain, life drain action. Here we have Vengevine. It's ideally in the grave, because whenever you cast a spell, if it's the second creature spell you cast this turn, you may return the Vengevine from your graveyard to the battlefield. So if you mill this one, it's great. Then we have one of the new Precon commanders. Basically Tatiova without the life gain and little steep mana cost. Here we have Gravecrawler. Later on you find out why he's in here. We have a Sanitarium Skeleton. Also a little gimmicky for my other card. Here we have Farhaven Elf. When it enters the battlefield, search the library for basic land, put it onto the battlefield tapped. So we have a lot of ramp, but we have 6 CMC commanders, so we need it. Then we have Magus of the Order. 1 green tap, sacrifice Magus of the Order and another green creature. Search the library for green creature, put it onto the battlefield. So cheat something into play. We have Synchromancer. Whenever a creature an opponent control dies, you may gain 3 life. Whenever an opponent discards a card, you may gain 3 life. Root Weaver Druid, it's like a little tempt card. We have Polychronos, Reanimate Excavator, so we can play lands from the grave. We will be milling them. Here we have Rakashak the Baser. This is a great tech card. Thanks, nitpicking nerds. You told it about this. It's crazy if you cheat it back out into play and crazy things happen. Gilded Goose, need some ramp. Eternal Witness, because we're playing green. Flashback Marauder, when it enters the battlefield, each player sacks a creature. Here we have Nazahal, Primal Tide. Can't be countered, you have no maximum hand size. Whenever an opponent casts a non-creature spell, draw a card. Now discard 3 cards, exile Nazahal, Primal Tide. Return it to the battlefield tapped under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. So basically, it keeps coming back. Here's one of my favorite ones in the deck, Torma the Desecrator. Whenever 1 or more cards leave your graveyard, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token tapped. What the fun is, Muldrotha says you can cast a permanent type of each permanent type once. So you can cast 1 creature, that's 1 creature leaving the graveyard. Cast an artifact, that's an artifact leaving the graveyard. And you get a boatload of zombies. Archfiend's Vessel. If it dies, we don't care, because we can bring it back with Muldrotha or other ways in the deck. And then we exile it and it becomes a black 5/5 demon instead. Gravebreaker Lamia enters the battlefield. So we can ditch something into the grave that we can get back later on. Also Muldrifter, because draw 2 cards is crazy. Birds of Paradise. Vraska Golgari Queen. Sacrifice another permanent. If you do, gain 1 life and draw a card. That's the +2. -3. Destroy the target non-land permanent with converted mana cost 3 or less. If we get to the -9, it's game over, because you get an emblem with whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player. That player loses the game. And one of my favorite new commanders, Tavizat, Doom of Fools. +2, create 2 0/1 black troll creature tokens. +1, you may sacrifice another creature or planeswalker. If you do, draw 2 cards. Then draw another card if the sacrificed permanent was a commander. -10, gain control of all commanders. Put all commanders from the command zone onto the battlefield under your control. Crazy. Court of Ambition. Here we have Defense of the Heart. So basically, if your opponents start building up their board, they will have more than 3 creatures to hold you back, and then you can put out some big monsters. Here we have Iron Expedition. I just like it. It's easy to get up to the 3 requested land counters. We sack it, we bring it back, and we keep drawing cards. Guardian Project. Basically keep drawing cards. Peel from Reality, return target creature you control and target creature you don't control to the owner's hands. Save some of your own. We have Corpse Churn, mill 3 cards, then you may return a creature card from your graveyard to your hand. So if we mill the wrong one, we get it back. Cyclonic Rift, needs no explanation. Then we have Blade Brand, target creature gains dead touch until end of turn. Draw a card. I like to draw cards. It's a value deck, come on, keep up. Vampiric Tutor, search a library for a card, then shuffle your library and put that card on top of it. You lose 2 life, but who cares, you get the best card. Fact or Fiction, because basically the cards we get or go to the grave, it's all the same to us. Victimize. Awesome, get something back. Cultivate, because we need more ramp. Necrotic Hex, just a little board wipe, but we end up with 6 tap 2/2 black zombie creature tokens. Kodama's Reach, Nice little ramp card. 3 visits, because we need ramp. If we need to search for basic lands, reclaim the waste. Now for some artifacts, we have Swiftfoot Boots, so our big creatures can hit immediately. We have the board wipe, Engineered Explosives. Tormod's Crypt, because milling is a thing and people like to mill each other, and if someone else is playing Muldrotha, they will hate this card. And the Jewel Lotus, so the dream, turn 3 Muldrotha. It can be done now, so why not? Maybe as early as turn 2, because we also have Arcane Signet, we have Soul Ring, we have Burnished Heart for the ramp, Commander Sphere, ramp, draw a card. We have the disc. It's just, yeah, you blow it up whenever you think it's good. Mishra's Bubble, it's free. We can bring it back for free, so we can keep drawing cards for free. Sorry. Crucible of Worlds. Play Lands from the Grave. Also great. Now we have some lands. Here we have Clearwater Pathway or Murkwater Pathway. You decide. So always good to have a choice. A filter land. We have these nice Battlebound lands. We have the Waterlogged Grove. Pay 1 life at green or blue. Or 1 tap, sacrifice, draw a card. Another Battlebound land. A tap land. He's crazy. He plays tap lands. Yeah, I do. Scry 1. Llanowar Waste. Nurturing Peatland. Overgrown Tomb. Creeping Tar Pit. Rogue's Passage. Strip Mine. Prismatic Vista, of Windows Vista, whatever you want. Alchemist Refuge, because sometimes you need flash. High Market, sacrifice creature, you gain 1 life. Command Beacon, because we don't want to lose Muldrotha to a board wipe, if we don't have to. And then to round it up, I play 5 swamps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 forests, and 3, 5 islands. So that's it. That was my Muldrotha deck. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about it, if you like it or not. Like, comment, subscribe, the usual jazz. And then I'll see you next time with another deck tech or another Magic the Gathering video.